was telling Michael, we drink every time I drink a shake here, it's like it's strawberries.
Now
blended up.
Now this is Richard Nikoley. This is Richard Nikoley. Freetheanimal.com, one word. And I met an animal last night. He came up and introduced himself to me. He said, "Hi, I'm Russell Hantz." And I sized him up. I'm like, "You're that Russell Hantz?"
I wasn't like, "I'm Russell from Survivor." I was just like, "Hey, I'm Russell
Hantz."
Like, wait. Yeah.
And we had the most raucous time.
Oh yeah, we had a good.
Right. So we're in a girl bar in Thailand. And yeah, what do I want? I'll tell you what. I want a. How about
strawberry? 2 strawberries, me and him.
I'll have an ice americano.
Ice
Ice americano, no sugar, no honey, no sweet.
No sugar, only ice and coffee.
Ice and coffee. Yep. All right, there you go.
You want a beer? And a beer. What kind of beer?
And a beer for your underage son.
Yeah. What kind of beer? What kind should he drink? When in Thailand?
Oh, in Thailand? You know, I drink them all, but if you like it lighter, Tiger. But if you like a more strong beer, Chong.
He drank Chong. But
Chong, yeah.
Tiger? Chong. One Chong.
Chong, yeah. That means elephant in Thai.
And if your son can't have a beer with you when you're in Thailand.
That's right. That's right.
When in Thailand, right?
So I don't know. So Russell and I are. So this is Russell Hantz of Survivor fame. Three seasons.
3 seasons in America.
In America, you came in second twice.
Yes,
right?
Basically.
And you did one season of Survivor Australia. In Australia. Now, what is unique about Russell and what made him famous is his ability to find hidden immunity idols with no clues.
No clues. I'm the first in history.
Yeah. You've got 6 of them, right?
I got 6 of them in 2 seasons, and that's never been done.
Yeah. And how many clues were issued when you got many of them?
The record for idols is 3 idols by one person, and I did it 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
With the clues, I didn't have any clues. Well, my first idol I found without a clue. Second idol I found without a clue.
Yeah.
One of them we went on we went to eat. We won a challenge, and they just showed us on a phone. Everybody got to see. It just flashed the clue, and then everybody looked at me.
Everybody,
like, oh, no.
Everybody watching that in America was like, no fucking way.
Yeah.
Okay, if you did it once, it's blind luck, right?
Right.
You do it over and over again.
Right.
But I think all your competitors are thinking, oh, I'll wait for the clues and I'll outsmart the other people on the clue. And what you are thinking is, where would I hide it?
Yeah, no, well, there's a few things I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because when you deal with production, and I know about production, I did a show on A&E as well, but it's really common sense when you really think about it. When you start to deal with production, the cameras, they need to get good footage of you finding that clue.
Yeah.
So, I watch the cameras.
Yes.
Now, when I'm looking in one place, they ain't gonna just sit there and film you all day.
Yeah.
You look in one place, and when they stop filming, you know it's nowhere in sight.
Yes. Right.
So when they do this,
right, and they know it's like warmer,
and then they start filming. They start getting
hot.
Closer.
Yeah.
You know that.
Because they know where. They know where. That's fucking brilliant.
It's the game.
I never thought about that.
It's the game you used to play when you were a kid. Hot, cold, hot, cold.
Yeah, hot, cold, warmer, warmer. Yeah. Because I was wondering. Now, how does it work? How does it work? Because they're all filming you because you're searching for the idol, and doesn't all the other members?
Yeah, but everybody. It's a big. Actually, the island is about from that mountain or that hill to that hill, that rock to that rock. Yeah, and that's about the area. It's a pretty significant area.
Incidentally, this beach. Now it's monsoon. That's why we have the surf. The other half of the year, it's like glass. So So from rock salt there, where we were, down to the end, it is exactly 565 meters, which is about a half a kilometer, right?
Okay.
So during when it,
Well, I know miles.
yeah. Well, there's a thousand meters in a kilometer,
Okay.
and a kilometer is about 2/3 of a mile,
Okay.
roughly, right? So it's about a little over 1/3 of a mile, right? From one end to the other if you walk the beach. So what I do many days when it's a nice morning and the sea is calm, so you walk the beach from one end to the other, and then you swim back, whatever you want, freestyle, breaststroke,
Oh, wow.
whatever.
Yeah.
And that's so you're doing almost a mile, but half of it walking, half on the beach swimming, right? I love it. Right. Oh, there's one there. Yes, coffee. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. So, well, you know, Russell and I are doing this video for both of our channels, right? He's gonna mash it up and cut it, and we're filming 2 cameras, right? And his son back there, Michael, who is 5 years old, about 5 years old when he was doing Survivor, he's now 17, is the videographer, right? So really cool to meet your son, man.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Has he watched all your episodes?
Never watched any.
What? Never watched any.
Not one.
That's amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
One day he'll watch it and he'll be amazed.
Well, you know, when we did the kind of pretend meetup, we met last night, and but one of the things was that you know, your dad, Michael, is he captivated America because, you know, but here's what we started talking. He said we should film this. It's like, how did Survivor get to be such a big program? And I have my theory. I'm going to put it out to you, and you tell me if I'm right or wrong. Right? So I think there's 2 big elements to it. It's that Richard Hatch, a gay guy walking around naked part of the time,
Right.
but a total asshole from like minute 1.
Right.
Won the show.
Right.
And my wife and I, we were in Hawaii. We saw that finale on the TV, sitting in the lounge, departure lounge, in Hawaii, way back when. And I think people were like, wait, the guy who voted like randomly. He like picked like
Yeah. I think he was doing like, what was he doing, alphabetically?
Something stupid. I'm like, if he had won, he would have said, "Oh, the show is bullshit."
Right.
But Richard Hatch winning.
Oh yeah, he couldn't win.
What?
Yeah, he
could not win, and he won.
No,
right?
the guy that was voting like that, he couldn't win. You're right. If he would have won, the show would have been over.
Yes. So that's the one element, right, that really, I think, launched it.
I think that it was just so something that everybody would like to do, but nobody would actually do it.
We've all thought about it a million times, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, what?
How would I play it?
Island, and then you leave them there. It was just so.
But you know, like how do you do it? Are you yourself, or do you play a role? Like, remember the ex-football guy? I forget what, you know, which seasons did you play?
19, 20, and 22.
19, 20, and 22. Geez, I watched it for that long. Wow. But you...
Well, they're on season 43 right now.
I know. I stopped, I pretty much stopped watching it after you. Because it just got to be too
Well, you would hate it.
Yeah, I would hate it.
You would absolutely hate it.
Is it woke?
They don't
Is it Survivor woke now?
It went woke. Jeff don't say, you know how you used to say, come on in, guys? He just says, come on in now, because he dropped the guys.
Now,
I don't understand it.
But that leads me to my other thing.
And it's not 39 days anymore. It's like 26. It's like...
What?
And then they try to tell
I think that,
you know what's the
that corresponds
thing?
with the period for both women and now men have periods.
The crazy thing is they're like, they try to make you think it's the hardest game ever. We're dropping the 4, keeping the 1, new era of Survivor. You
Yeah.
mean an easier era.
Yeah, right.
They try. It's like they tell you
So
the sky is green, the sky is green, and you got to say, okay, the sky's green. Okay, it's the hardest thing ever.
So now it's just social Survivor. It's like a total social game.
it is. It is.
It's like,
they
why don't they just set up voting booths at the?
They show montages now.
Yeah.
And they'll go back and show a certain person that's a male that has a pregnant male husband, and they show montages of things like that.
Dude.
When it's all we want to do is watch Survivor.
Dude. Yes, and
We don't care.
You know, everybody.
Nobody cared about my family when I
don't-
played.
You know what? I have. There's in Thailand. There are ladyboys, which is essentially a tall male with very feminine features, and they grow
Some of them
long
are
hair.
absolutely beautiful.
Fucking beautiful.
It's crazy.
I live next door to 7 of them. They're good
Look,
friends.
I
We
want to
cooked
do
all
an
the time.
interview with one.
Yeah.
And because my question is, in America,
Yeah.
when they transition, they don't want to be called boys. Though.
No.
That's it.
But
they're
these,
a woman.
they're ladyboys.
They okay with that.
They're
They
ladyboys.
want to be called ladies.
And most of them, the vast, what they do is they get a boob job, but they keep their dicks.
Some of them.
Very few.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They keep their dicks, right? The vast majority, right? So they're just effeminate males, tall. That's the first clue. Most Thai women are not tall, right? So you're like,
Yeah. Right. Big hands. Yeah.
like that. But
If
but
the girl has bigger hands than me, then
I have many of them who are friends of mine, and some of them who flirt with me all the time, and I'm like, I'm sure it would be fun, but I like pussy.
Right.
You know, I draw the line, right? So anyway, so the other point about what made Survivor, Richard Hatch, by being that asshole who won it, who showed an asshole can win it, right? And like when I met you, it's like, are you that asshole who tried to fuck over everybody? Absolutely, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
that was my game.
And you have to, but you have to, you
owned up to my
you
game.
have to take the risk, right? And for him it worked out probably because nobody had, it was season 1, nobody had seen such a thing before.
Right.
Nobody saw beyond what his game was. But the other thing is Jeff Probst, right? Now, I think of Jeff, like I said, I haven't seen it in a lot of years. Probably I stopped watching it, I think, shortly after you weren't on it anymore. But he's kind of like this, I like to think of it's gentle Ubermensch. You know what I mean? Right? So he's like, he's an ordained minister or something. So he has a, yeah, that's what he said that one time. He could do a marriage or whatever. Right? But he seems to be, he's like this encapsulation of like a judge and a minister and just a fair, straight up dude.
He's a very smart guy.
Very smart.
You realize how smart he is when you got 18 people that all come out there and he just rattles off their names, knows exactly what they do. He's always watching. When I got off, one thing that happened to me when I got off season 19, I was beat. I played back-to-back 2 weeks. I was on the island again. I lost 60 pounds the first season, and then I went right back. So I was beat.
That's right. Yeah.
So, but the first tribal council we had, people were asking questions and they were arguing, and I didn't want to do nothing. I wanted just to stay quiet. And then I seen him look, he looked over at me, and I went, and I put my head down, and then he just left me alone.
Russell.
He asked me a few questions, but I was like,
Russell,
no more.
I don't know, like that's one reason we're recording 2 is because he gets to cut the video his way and I cut it my way, right? So, I want to tell you the story. Maybe I already did. I'm in a bar, a girl bar, right?
Okay.
So there's this. So in Thailand, the notion of sex for money is very, very different than in America.
Right.
Right, and very different. Very different.
Very different.
Very different.
It's
right?
it's literally
It's
it's accepted and okay.
It's accepted and okay.
Yeah, here.
It's like it's a gift, right? And it's not like this stuff and where you just go to a room for an hour and it's done. No, she sleeps with you all night, and you get up in the morning and have breakfast.
Right.
You know,
Right.
So anyway, that said, I'm in this bar that I have one that I bring home every now and then, at the permission of my girlfriend out in the provinces. Right. I know people will hate that.
Yeah.
Right. But she wants me to do it every now and then, every couple of weeks or a month, because
how much do you pay?
it's a 2,000 baht, so it's in the morning, 2,000 baht, so that's 60 bucks.
Yeah.
60 bucks, right? But she's wonderful.
Right.
She's 40 years old. My girlfriend is actually 29, right? But this girl is 40, and you saw her last night, right? A friend of Bo, right?
Okay.
Bo is her name, right? Who is Bo? 25 years old, fucking stellar hot, right? Stellar hot, right? So, and you come up to me and like, I'm Russell, I size you up, and I'm like, and then we were like almost. Is it fair to say we're kind of like soulmates? Kind of like pretty much right off the bat.
Of course.
Right off the bat, right?
Right.
So we'd talk, and then just, I mean, that was serendipitous. But then, after we talked for like 2 hours, something.
We leave.
I leave.
You leave.
And I go to a place I like, and who shows up? But you and the girl.
Staying
both.
right back in the back.
Yeah, in the back, right? Yeah. A place called Vibes, owned by.
Me and the cute girl.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fucking sexy hot, right? But here's what was funny, and I don't want to go on and on and on about this thing, but the thing was, I observed Russell over that first hour or two, and then later at the other place, an hour or two, and then increasing with this girl, who is actually a very good friend of the one I take from time to time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's how he did so well in Survivor, because he's so fucking. I mean, I'm watching him handle this girl like he's talking to the tribe in Survivor, right? and what's so funny is you get the sense that she loved you and hated you at the same time.
Right. Yeah, she was awesome.
Just like the tribe people.
Yeah.
Fucking hate him.
She probably hates me now.
He probably hates you.
She loved me,
but
now she hates me because I voted her out.
You voted her out. Yeah. Well, enough of that. But
so,
it was hilarious to see, because I mean the biggest chance where I live here in the very southern tip of Phuket, Hawaii. It's not a huge tourist place.
Yeah.
There's a lot of expats, but most of them are Europeans. There's a few
to me, this is the
Americans.
best place to be.
What?
To me, this is the best place to be.
It is cool. Like I told you, I've been coming to Thailand since 1986.
So how long you been here?
I've been in Thailand for 2.5 years. I got here at the very start of COVID in January of 2020.
And how come you chose Thailand?
Well, I'd come here before, and actually, when I got an amicable divorce, my wife and I are still friends, and my ex-wife actually adores what I'm doing with my 29-year-old. I'm 61, and I have a 29-year-old girlfriend, but she has 2 daughters, 13 and 11, who she had when she was 16 and 17 years old, right? And because she was a little Lolita at 14, she pursued a 31-year-old man.
Right.
She's never had a boyfriend less than half her age.
Yeah.
Right? Less than twice her age, I should say. Right? Yeah. So when people say that, she's like, yeah, I like old men. Yeah. Right? And that's another thing people don't understand. They're like, oh, it's disgusting, it's all about money. No, it's not. It's not. Young Thai women look at older men and they feel that innate sense of the need of safety and security, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you can make them horny. It's not hard.
Right.
Right? So, what was I saying? Yeah. Russell is so fucking genuine. And after we started chatting, I'm like, we got to get together and do a video, right?
Yeah.
And I watched a bit of your video channel, your YouTube channel last night.
Right.
I didn't get to bed till 5 o'clock.
Wow. Yeah, we did.
But I wasn't taking care of a girl who was puking. So
I was holding her hair. I was even trying to help her puke. Sticking my finger down her throat so she would throw up.
Yeah.
It was not romantic.
Not romantic. but you're a man, so you do what you have to do. And she was pretty. She was
a cute girl for sure.
Pretty cute girl, right? So yeah. So what else should we talk about? Okay, so why did you choose? Oh, you were asking me about. So I came to Thailand because I came here first. I was a U.S. Navy officer, so I came here first Pattaya in 1986. And then between Navy and my own personal trips, because I was living in Japan at the time. I lived in Japan for 5 years.
Yeah. How long were you in an officer?
8 years.
You didn't want to make a career out of it?
Almost, but you know what happened? What happened is when the Soviet Union fell, I didn't think there was much of an enemy in the world anymore. Right?
Right.
So I got out. I said, I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to do pretend soldier, because the Soviet Union was a serious threat.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And when that ended, and everybody's like trying to contrive enemies. So since the Soviet Union collapsed in '91, right? I got out in '92.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I was my last tour was
Me too.
yeah.
I graduated high school in '92.
Yeah. So I was an exchange officer to the French Navy because I speak je parle français. I speak French. So I was a navigator on 2 of their ships for 2 years, from 90 to 90 and 91.
Yeah.
And then 92 I get out, and I go start a business. Fail like 3 times, spend all my money. I'm down to about like $200, and I try something, and it turns into a 30-employee company. I'm doing $3 million a year.
Right.
Right. So, and I ran that for 20 years. Right.
Okay.
But so I came to Thailand for 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91. Right. Various places. I was in Phuket in 88 and 89, like 32 years ago. Like the big place up there, Patong.
Yeah.
Bangla Road.
Right.
It was a dirt road when I was here.
Wow.
Dirt road, fun as hell.
Oh yeah.
It was beer bar, but it was like the beer bars, like the round the circle, and you play Connect 4 with the things.
They still do that.
Yeah.
We have 2 places.
You can't beat them. You can't beat them.
We're staying on Bangalore Road.
Yeah.
And we're staying over here. We got 2 places.
Mm.
Because we got a very cheap place over there, $8 a night, and then we leave all our stuff there. All our suitcases and everything.
Yeah.
And I'll just go back and forth.
Are you using a car or motorbike?
Motorbike.
Motorbike. Wow. Okay, and you have 2 motorbikes?
No, just one.
Just one. So
We just have our backpacks and we go. Like when we got the 5th, we leave here, and then we'll probably go closer. I met this girl.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen one of my.
You met a girl in Thailand?
Yeah.
Really?
I met this girl.
Wait.
All right.
That's a duck.
I'm back on.
Duck, quack, chicken.
Yeah, right. So how pig do?
Maybe have for some place is
How sound pig? How's what's a fox make? Fox. No. I want a fried chicken.
Why na?
No sauce. No.
The same dish or you don't like it
No, this. Same like this.
Okay, so this is no sauce. Chicken
No
wing.
sauce. Chicken wing.
No sauce.
No sauce.
Russell.
No sauce.
Yeah, no sauce.
Russell, here's a funny thing you can do in Thai.
And onion rings.
Onion ring.
I'll tell you 2 things that are easy.
Okay.
That
You have, what is it? I drink Fanta. Orange. You have Fanta orange with ice?
Yeah.
I have? Okay, I have.
Have. So, two things.
You said you know a good pizza place?
What's that? Well, where you turn left, did you go up the road north?
Hey,
and turn?
What did he? First.
Good na.
This first.
Yeah. And turn left at Pipa. I told you Pipa Rawai, where you come up to that Y, you turn left and you come all the way out here to the Laguna. Right there in that corner is a place called Pipa Rawai.
They got good pizza?
Very good, really. There's tons of
They
of
got
Italians.
good pizza at where we met the second time.
They're
okay.
They're good. They're good. And just down the street is a French place called Costa. It's like
Yeah, I think I know it. They have right there on the same
Costa
road.
Grill.
Yeah.
They have a wood-fired pizza. Excellent. Put the chili sauce, chili oil on it, right? What do you like? Pepperoni.
Just meat lovers, really.
Yeah. Meat lovers, pepperoni. I like ham and mushroom, anything like that, right? I don't really care for pineapple on pizza, and I know that's like.
I hate pineapple on pizza.
I fucking hate it. All right.
I don't like pineapple.
Yeah. So yeah.
And I don't even know.
Pineapple belongs in a fruit bowl.
Yeah.
I love
like
it.
We're about to get a fruit bowl.
Yeah, a fruit bowl, right?
Yeah, I love pineapple, but not on a pizza.
Not on a pizza. So okay, what else? So okay.
Whoever started that should be shocked.
So I was going to tell you about. We're starting to talk about difference between Thailand and Philippines and the bar girl scene.
Oh, there's
it's exactly the same in Philippines.
Oh, exactly.
Exactly the same.
Okay.
Bar fine. Now you know what the bar fine is for. The bar fine is what you pay.
How much do you usually pay for a bar fine?
It's typically 10 to 15 bucks, right? And what it is, it depends on how late.
You can get a bar fine for 500.
What a bar fine for 500 is like $15.
Yeah.
But it can be later in the evening, like at 10, 11 o'clock. It goes down to 300, which is like 10 bucks. Now, what the bar fine is for is because the girl makes money for the bar by sitting down, chatting up customers, and they buy her a drink. And they basically split that. So, you're paying like 70 baht for your drink, which is like 250, right?
Yeah.
And you're paying like 150 for hers, which is more like $3-4 bucks. And the bar and her split that. So she makes money for the bar every drink, right? So the bar fine is compensating the bar for her absence because she's not selling drinks anymore.
I think it's right here. No. I don't know what it is. He gave it to the wrong person, I think.
That's an iced tea. It's an iced tea, a sweetened iced tea.
Did you order an iced tea?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Can you get me some ice?
Yeah, I got it. So the bar fine is compensating the bar owner for her absence because she's not making money for the bar anymore, right? And then whatever you agree to after is up to you.
Yeah,
and
up to her.
Up to you and up to her, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you talk about it.
And
before.
sometimes they say they don't want nothing. Sometimes they don't like you and they
That's right.
won't.
That's
take
right.
anything.
Here's another thing.
People think that you can get in.
No. It's always up to them.
Yeah.
Always up to them.
Yeah.
They have ultimate right of refusal. If they don't like you, right? It doesn't matter the money.
Right.
Right? They gotta like you.
Right.
So, right. Which is
that girl that last night said that she's very picky. She said.
Yeah. But she was. I mean, At points, she's like hitting on you.
Right.
And then the next second, she's kissing you. Right? That's why I said love and hate, right? Yeah. But she's fucking hot, She's
right? Hot.
Yeah. And fuck me. I have a rule that, and I only take this one girl anyway. But if I'm going with one girl, then I don't go in the bar and go take this girl, that girl, that girl, that girl.
It's almost like,
because then they're like,
it's weird because it's And they get jealous too.
Yes, very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
mean,
wait a second.
It's
You do
almost
this for a
like
living.
it's almost like a real relationship. No, they won't go with you. They see a Thai girl would say, "I go with him because he have good heart." They're looking for a good heart, a good-hearted man.
It's hard to wrap my head around what's going on here.
Yeah.
Like when it comes.
That's
to
why that's why I never use the P word. I mean that what they show in TV and movies, like you drive down the street and like it's not anything like that.
And the thing is, what I don't like some of my people that comment at the bottom when I was with Bob, is her name, B-O-I. They would comment, oh, how much she costs, stuff like that. And I mean, that doesn't, first of all, she's not a bar girl.
Right.
And so that's kind of rude to immediately think that every single girl here.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I can go out and I can go around town and I can go to any number of stores and markets and whatever. I go to the bank and 20-year-old girls flirt with me.
Right.
Right? I go to the bank and tell her flirts with me.
Right.
She's like, do you want my number? Right. And she's 20-something and I'm 60.
Right.
And she can see my age right on the screen, right? So, oh, that's a nice fruit plate, man. Yeah, I'll have a piece of mango here.
Have whatever you want.
So it's like, I'm glad we're having this discussion because I like to.
And look, I've seen, before we go, I've seen this one guy talking about, he had a girlfriend and I think he was in Thailand. And he said, he did a whole video on y'all disrespecting my girlfriend.
Yep.
Not every girl out here is a boy girl.
Yep.
She sees it. It upsets her when she reads the comments. And I've seen that. But then when I've actually met Bob, then it's like people comment, and it kind of makes you mad. Like,
see, my main girlfriend out in Phuket, where I built a house, right, for her and her daughters and her mother and her sister and her son. Was a bar girl in Chiang Mai that I met day number 2 here, thinking I was gonna come and just screw a lot of girls for a long time, right? Right? And I met her night number 2, but she had just.
Okay,ยัง order แล้วนะ เนี่ยนะพูดคำด่าแล้ว
She had just come off 3 years. I told you about her before. She was like a little Lolita at 14 years old, and she had her children at 16 and 17, right? So she's only 27 when I meet her, but she just come off 3 years with a Brazilian guy, because she had no money, so she went to the bar up there in Chiang Mai, right?
Yeah.
Not a bot to her name, right?
So I just want to. Do they? When you call them, they don't want to be called prostitutes.
No. Nobody uses that word here. You call them bar girls.
Really?
Yeah, you can call them bar girls. They're bar girls, right? Yeah.
So
or you bar girls or freelancers.
Do they think that that's offensive?
What? It kind of doesn't apply because it's not like it's just not like it's portrayed in American TV. It's more like a gift. Like they like you, right? You go home, there's an implied.
And it doesn't matter how good looking you are, you pay it.
What?
Like you gonna pay.
Here's what I do. So some guys are assholes about it, but and I don't do it as much as I used. I mean, when I was 20 years old and running around here, 23, 24, 25 to 30, right? I'd sometimes do 2 or 3 a day. Right? But now it's like 1 every couple of weeks, because I have a theory that if a man doesn't have sex regularly, his testosterone is gonna go down. You know, people talk about raising your T. I say, come to Thailand and hang around what you've been doing for the last few weeks, and you won't worry about your testosterone. Right? It's like the build it and they will come, right? So, I'm glad we're having this discussion, and I don't know how much you're gonna have to cut. I'm not gonna cut a fucking word.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
No,
it
see-
should be too long. I'm out
Yeah. Nice.
Break it down.
Oh yeah. Or you can break it. Yeah. But I still have to talk about the Philippines here versus here. So, much more experience in the Philippines up to 91, 30 years ago. But the reason I like being, and I decided to stay here because of COVID, I'm like, oh, you see, if you're over 50, you can get a retirement visa. It's very easy, right? Yeah. It's basically you renew it every year, and you stop in like the immigration office right there in Bangla. You know, turn right, just go down to get your extension. 200 yards. It's on the left, right? Every 90 days, I pop in there. I say, here's my passport. Hey guys, yeah, I still live at the same address. Stamp my visa, and that's it. No fee.
Oh wow.
Right? Now, the annual...
How about buying property out here?
What you have to, typically, you have to do, you need to get a lawyer to do it, or any kind of real estate agent will guide you in the right way to do it. But generally, you can't just, like, I own this property. You have to use legal means, but you can control it, right? And the other thing you can do, see, like most of the guys who do restaurants here, they lease, right? So you lease the space and the property, and you can buy all the equipment you want. You can do everything. You can run the business. I know guys here who've been here over 30 years. They don't even have work permits. So, but what you can't do is physically work to physically work. You have to have the work permit, right? Which is not a great big deal, right? But you can do do it. But a lot of guys just are like, okay, I'll just own and control everything, and I make the profits, right? And depending on how you structure it, yeah, it's all possible. So.
Yeah. So you don't work anymore? You retired?
Well, my story is that I have vacation rentals in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, right? And I'm talking very high end, like $3,000 a week high end, right? 5-star resort type stuff, right? And so I was all set. I had a decent nest egg. I have the business running, which I can rent the place from anywhere. You know, it's a few phone calls and some work on the internet. It's done, right? And a credit card payment, right? And so, you know, I was doing like 120K a year gross, and out of that about 80K pocket money, right? So, but then COVID happened, and not a fucking dime in 18 months.
Oh, yeah.
And I built a house free and clear out in the provinces for the girlfriend and her daughters, thinking, well, how long can COVID last? Really?
Right.
Not thinking, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, that's
Are you fucking kidding me?
Everything's coming back now.
Right? Yeah. Well, fuck yeah. I mean, how long are you gonna punish 7 billion people on the planet over their fear? You know what I like to say about COVID, Russell? First of all, I had it early because I came into Thailand from China, so I got it right off the bat in early February, right, of 2020, right? You know what I tell people? Number one, I say I've had worse hangovers.
Oh yeah.
Right, and this, number two, which it's intended to shock, kind of like when they're doing those on cameras in Survivor. My favorite saying is, if COVID can kill you, good. I mean, that's a pretty asshole statement, right?
Well, it's, you know, it's... Yeah. I had it, he had it. I've had the flu. I had to rush him to the hospital one time. He had the flu. The flu. You can't tell me the flu. You cannot tell me COVID's worse than the flu.
The worst thing you can get here in Thailand is dengue fever, right? There's four strains of the virus carried by mosquitoes, and they're the little brown ones, and they function all day long, right?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know whether I've ever had it, but I've had friends who've had it, and it's fucking...
Michael, go ahead and press stop on mine because it's really heating up over there. Let me see my phone. No, my phone's heating up. So, I like to do those videos on, I'll show you what one I did to make it look.
So you want to cut it here?
Yeah,
we're done.
You can.
Yeah, we're done. Okay, so how cool is this, right? Richard Nikoley, just blogger guy, but early fan. Well, you know, you were in 1920.
Yeah.
So I watched it that long, really, and they did like 2 seasons a year. So that's like two or 3 seasons a year. So that was a bit.
2 seasons a year.
2 seasons a year. So like that's about 10 or 12 years of watching it. But I want to say that Russell was such a impactful player that I think I just lost interest after you were gone.
Yeah.
And that third time when they had that weird thing, they got you out in the third time with that.
The third time they threw a challenge to get. They threw the challenge.
Yeah.
To lose to go to tribal to get rid of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then after that, they lost every single challenge after that, and they was weeded out one at a time.
Really?
Like, you throw a challenge in a game for $1 million.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, one last question. Oh, I want to tell you that the connect. I don't know if I got the. So the other connection I have to real world connection I have to Survivor is that I live next door to a guy for 5 years in San Jose, California. And toward the end of that, or maybe like after we moved away and I still was in contact with him, he had this girlfriend who was the mother of Ozzy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I never met Ozzy in real life, and I don't know how he is in real life, but I thought he was a pretty cool player.
Oh yeah, he was very athletic.
Right? Yeah.
He wasn't much on strategic play, but he was more of a physical.
And the other one is the Hispanic girl, and this is not racist. I was married to a Hispanic girl for 20 years, and we're both fans of the show, right? In fact, I texted her last night. I said, "You'll never get it." I met Russell Hantz last night in the bar. We had a good time, and she's like, "Is he the guy that found everything?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So she's going to be anxious to see this. But the girl who won. What's her name? Twice. She won twice, right? What's her name?
Sandra.
Sandra.
Yeah.
See, that's the one I could never get it. I could never understand it because I never liked her.
Yeah, I don't understand how she won twice either.
Yeah.
She's not a good player, but
yeah, but she won twice.
But she won twice.
But poverty is
What are you doing?
What? Poverty, right?
Yeah.
But
this is a lot.
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
You can eat some.
Thank you.
Way too much.
Well, poverty. I mean, number one, she's hot, right? She's hot. She's smart, right?
Very.
She's nice. You know, she didn't seem ruthless at all. She
was more of the flirty.
She won one or two times.
She's won once.
Once, yeah.
She was more of a flirty player.
Yeah.
Than anything else.
Any other players strike you as remarkable?
Tony, a guy named Tony. You probably don't know that. He just won the game. Twice.
Just now? Really?
He's the second person to win twice.
Huh? Oh yeah, sauces.
He's a very, very good player.
Really?
All the way, his game is good.
I'll have to look at it. Yeah. Maybe I'll have to catch some. Wow. Oh, see, this is the way the wings they do like this, man. The crispy. Yeah. Yep. Yeah,
but he's a very good player.
Wow. No.
He won 3 challenges that season. He had them all Buffalo. He very good strategically, very good socially. They all like him. Dominated. Season 40. They had all winners play. Called it Winners at War. Sandra quit.
Sandra quit. Was Hatch there? Okay, Hatch came back like a couple times, but he never really got anywhere. Because everybody knew his game already, right?
He came back once, I think.
Yeah. Once. You ever met him?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah? Is he... He's the weirdest gay guy because at the face of it, you wouldn't, because he's pretty alpha male sort of guy, right?
Yeah, he is actually, but he speaks his mind.
Yep.
Even though we don't agree on things.
Yep.
But you know, I can see how they got lucky and found him for the first season.
Oh yeah, like I said, you know, that combination of him and Jeff Probst being who he is, right? And he never changes, right? It's so funny after you watch it many times. He's like, he has this rote thing, you know, and he's not emotional. He's never emotional, right? What,
Jeff?
Jeff. Who is that? That was that one, the son who was on the show. The son of somebody who was on the show that got really angry and pissed off, and it was amazing how Jeff, like right out there, how he deflected the emotion.
Oh, you're talking about Brandon?
That's
my nephew.
Your nephew.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was amazing TV. How's he doing?
He's just doing what he's doing. You know, he married this rich girl, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's his job. Married a rich girl.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it was very interesting. You know how he did that, and how Jeff, because he was so upset. I can't remember what it was, but what you remember is how Jeff dealt with it. I mean, right out there in public, like on the fly, right? No, without saying, no, you're gonna do what I say or anything like that. He was like, whoa.
No, Jeff knows when to. He knows when he can talk aggressively, and when he can't. He's very aware of that.
All right, I'm gonna have one of these.
Go ahead.
Oh man, look at that! Look at that! Look! That's how they do chicken wings in Thailand. Oh man, they're so awesome. All right, anything more, Russell, from my end of it?
Just chilling now.
Just chilling. We're gonna chill.